Welcome back, everyone. We are live on this Saturday evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I saw we already had some people waiting for the live to begin before it even started. So hopefully we've got some people already on here. And we do, in fact, have a few people within seconds jumping on. So thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday evening. As always, let us know where you are tuning in from, city, state, location, whatever you want to tell us in the comment section or the live chat. I will just do a quick sound check on my end, but we do want to look out for you folks on this channel and ensure that you get every nickel that you're entitled to. So that is why we're making this live video for you folks today. But just a quick sound check and let us know where you are tuning in from. And of course, smash that like button. Alrighty, the Wi-Fi on my phone is a little bit laggy right now, so we will get started regardless. Hello, Milk35. Good to have you on. I will kick off the chat myself and we will get the ball rolling. So, we want to look out for you folks. That's true. That's the title of the video. There you go. Fantastic. That is without being said. So, we want to look out for you folks on this channel and make sure they get every single dollar, every single penny that you are entitled to. And the fact is that a very important deadline is coming up. Hello, Milk35, doing very well. How are you? Where are you coming from? Let us know. I think you're a new face here on this channel. Haven't seen you before on our live stream. So thank you so much for joining us. So, of course, we want to make sure that you get everything you're entitled to. So there's a very important date that is approaching very soon. And this will be essentially the cutoff for you to receive your $1,400 stimulus check if you did not already receive it. This is the federal stimulus check. We're not talking about a state check right now. We're talking about the federal stimulus check that all Americans can receive. Awesome. You know, it's funny actually. Right now, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning game on right now versus the New York Rangers. So interesting that you're coming to us from Tampa, Florida. I wonder if you are a Tampa Bay fan yourself. We have Vinny White, and he is saying fart. Stimulus checks, and that could be related if you were to do some philosophical work there. But certainly that is up for debate. And the Rangers actually just tied it there. Rangers just tied with Tampa Bay, Milk 35. So not sure if you're watching the game, but we tied you up there. So a very important date is approaching very soon. We're going to be talking about it all in today's video, and this will basically be the cutoff for you to receive your stimulus check, and it could be really do or die whether you receive it or not if you haven't already. So we'll be talking about it all in today's live stream. And before we get started, as always, make sure you folks do a couple of things for me. Some housekeeping. Number one, give this video a tremendous thumbs up, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. And if this video does get to 500 likes, Okay, not too much of a football there. You know, I do watch the playoffs, and as it gets closer to the Super Bowl, and of course the Super Bowl, I don't track it too much. But obviously, Aaron Rodgers continuing there, and then you also have Tom Brady coming back from retirement. So, I catch the headlines here and there, but I'm a mega football fan like that. True, true, absolutely, Vinny. So, as always, go ahead and smash that like button. And of course, make sure you are subscribed to this channel and have notifications turned on. That will actually notify you when we do post a brand new video, a brand new update every single solitary week. We post videos every single week without any exception, without any excuses. And if you want to get some free stocks, all me, all free, use the links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms, Robinhood and/or Webull. You'll get some free stocks, some of them valued up to thousands of dollars. So all free money, all on me. And oh yes, I almost forgot to mention that when we hit 20,000 subscribers, when we hit 20,000, we will be doing another cash giveaway where we give away double the amount of cash that we give away, 10K. So plenty of opportunities for some free money there, all me just for supporting the channel. With that being said, let's get started and dive right in. All right, we have Curtis asking about crab and corn soup. Certainly I've had the two separately, but not combined. That is an interesting concoction. Perhaps I will get that going soon enough. And anonymous doesn't want to say his or her name. That's understandable. Well, it is possible that if you are a senior citizen, you could qualify for, in this case, for the deadline to receive the $1,400. If you haven't received it yet, it is possible you qualify for it under certain guidelines. So let's get started without further ado and get the ball rolling. So, of course, these checks were sent under President Biden's American Rescue Plan, the ARP. That package was signed into law last year by the president. It was one of his, actually, probably the first biggest piece of legislation that he signed as president. Those checks under that bill were worth $1,400 each. And just as of December 2021, over 175 million checks were sent out to the American people. Just want to make sure we're good on my end. Yep, we're good. Alrighty. And who can claim a stimulus check? So most people already got their checks, but there are not just some, but actually a handful of scenarios where people were missed. And there's plenty of reasons why. It could be perhaps because of your tax filing status. It could be because maybe you didn't qualify as a dependent. So many different reasons why you may have not received this stimulus check. So we're going to be going through some of those reasons and some of those scenarios which you might fall under. If you had a baby in 2021, the IRS owes you a check for that child. If you added a dependent on your tax return, you are owed the check for the $1,400. Also, some people saw their income drop in 2021, very plausible, but the IRS was unaware, and then they can claim this check this year. Or maybe they're entitled to a larger stimulus check if their income dropped and it was under the criteria for the income caps. Another scenario is if a family member was entitled but did not get the check last year, it can be sent this year. That's just another scenario. And we've got Milk 35. Well, after you file your tax return, and shortly after that, when the IRS receives that information, it could take a few business weeks for that check to be sent out. But if you have direct deposit, of course, that's always going to be the fastest way for the IRS to access you, and that's going to be more speedy than any other method, whether it's by paper check or perhaps onto a card. You always want to have the direct deposit set up if you file your taxes that way. That's going to be the easiest and fastest way for the IRS to access you, in which case it might come in a matter of days or maybe a couple of weeks, depending on when the IRS receives that information. They got to weed through it, make sure it is all accurate. If there are any errors on your tax return, of course, that will only delay things even further. And then Anonymous, is there a way that we could check up on that? Sure thing. So on the IRS website, you should be able to see, the status of your stimulus checks. And certainly, if you did not receive your check over the last year for the $1,400, well, then you're certainly have a shot of being entitled to it. So that is a simple way to know how to claim the stimulus check. So this is probably the most important part of this video, is actually claiming the stimulus check, because you got to be able to receive it if you want to claim it, of course, or rather vice versa. If you want to be able to claim it, you got to receive it. So in order to get the check, you'll need to file a tax return that is a federal tax return with the IRS. And on your tax return, when you do this, you could sit down with your accountant. But there, of course, there are free ways to do it online as well, and you could follow some video instructions. I'm sure there's plenty of videos showing you how to claim the recovery rebate credit online. You could probably look up a plethora of those. And that is how you'll be able to claim your stimulus check, is by claiming the recovery rebate credit. And you must file a tax return by the IRS deadline of April 15th or 18th. Let me just double check on that, because we have a dichotomy of answers here. Federal tax deadline 2022, and if I'm correct, yeah, 18th actually, not the 15th. I don't know why I had the 15th in mind. Milk 35, what comes in your card exactly? You're referring to, perhaps that could be Social Security benefits, or what exactly are you referring to, Milk 35? Absolutely anonymous. So, definitely file that recovery rebate credit. Now, granted, if you already received the $1,400 stimulus check and then you go ahead and claim the recovery rebate credit, that's not going to work, right? If you try to claim it twice, you're not going to receive it. So don't try to game the system, because it's just not going to work. The IRS isn't going to, by accidentally, send you another check. And even if they did, well, then they'll have to try to get it back for you, which is not going to be pretty. So that's very important, right, folks? April 18th, as we are deep into the month of March. Certainly a deadline is coming up, and it comes up very fast before you even know it. Thankfully, the month of March has 31 days, so that maybe might give you an extra day to get things in order and organize. Definitely get all of your, all your income ready for your accountant if you haven't filed your taxes yet. Make sure that everything's in order. You have all your documents. Remember, if you received the forms that we've talked about in previous videos, the forms telling you about your stimulus checks, you're going to need those anyways, right? So even if you received your $1,400 stimulus check and you've got all the money you're entitled to, you're still going to have to present those forms to your accountant It's because you actually have to claim the stimulus check on your tax return. Now, granted, stimulus checks are not taxable income, but still you have to show that you received it. So very important, regardless of whether or not you're entitled to more money. Super important. Well, Milk 35, if you are an SSI, you should have already received your $1,400 stimulus check a year ago. At this point, a little under a year ago, you should have already received that money. If not, you're certainly going to have to sit down with an accountant and try to figure things out there to claim your $1,400 stimulus check and get that from the government, because you probably are entitled to it if you did not receive it already. So that's super important. Just wanted to put this update out there for you guys because I know a lot of you might be so busy right now and you just may not be thinking about filing your taxes. It just may not be on the top of your mind, top of your priority list. However, that is how you're going to be able to retrieve your $1,400. So just wanted to put this out there for you folks. Fantastic. Milk 35, he did get the money, or she got the money last year. That is fantastic news. We want to make sure everyone on Social Security and SSI and disability received their stimulus checks that they're entitled to. So important. So with that being said, we will have more updates coming in the near future, and we will certainly be sure to update you as the deadline gets closer. So we're looking out for you folks on this channel, and we want to make sure everything goes smoothly. We won't want you to miss out on money that you should have received anyways. So more updates are to come. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. If you did, give it a tremendous thumbs up, smash the like button. And if you haven't already, of course, make sure you are subscribed, notifications turned on. Free stocks down below. Sign up with Robinhood and Webull. Those free stocks are waiting for you. Sign up with my links and you'll get some free stocks. And if you want to check me on social media, I am on Facebook and Instagram. Those links are down below in the description. We're actually growing on Facebook a decent amount there. I just started posting videos in there. It's unfortunate I waited, well, if you want to count all the way to this, when this channel first started, at least a handful of years now. But as far as these updates specifically and hammering them out, it's unfortunate I waited about 2 years there. But, certainly better late than never, right? And I still got time. So those links are down below. Click me on social media. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care for now. We do have some questions here. Just want to address those as we want to make sure everything's answered. Well, Book 35, this is for that $1,400 stimulus check. It is for that same $1,400. And Anonymous is saying, is it better to get taxed at the casino for casinos and claim it? Well, it's going to be taxed the same way, right? Any windfall of money that you receive, any gain that you receive, certainly that is going to be taxed. So, maybe if you want to do what's called tax loss harvesting, where you could try to offset some of your capital gains, that's where you lock in your losses before the end of the year. Let's say you've been down on the stock for many years now, but then you take that loss and realize it, let's say just for the sake of taxes, 2021, December 2021, then you could actually offset your wins. So, as always, sit down with an accountant. I'm not a tax expert by any means. However, there are ways to take advantage of the tax code, not necessarily avoid the tax, but just strategize. So with that being said, hope that answers all of your questions. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care for now.